good entertainment.
And on top of that,
And family
these trees will
entertainment.
never be cut again. It's for future generations as well.
A huge economics and conservation boost to the
Now
whole
you
region.
have to manage your forest. I mean,
Yeah.
don't say you're never gonna cut any. You're gonna have to manage it, and you'll get a little revenue stream off some of it.
Yeah,
But it'll be a lot of years.
Yeah.
It'll be a lot of years.
You probably tell by looking at it, there's probably close to 4,000 acres up in here that was clear cut 12 years ago. I mean, it looked like a nuclear weapon went off up
Wow.
here. And it's coming back, but slowly.
Is it come back native? I mean, what, poplar, oak?
Yeah,
what
yeah.
They didn't replant it.
They didn't
So
replant
it's
it,
just
so
come
it's
back.
Volunteer.
it's just
Yeah. Okay.
the worst problem when you do that is it's coming back with a whole lot of underbrush.
You want to have anything else to say?
Clear woods.
Dean,
On this
you
Roger.
good?
On this Roger.
I want to thank everybody for being here today. This is my birthday present.
What, for real?
Well, it was last week, but
Well, but hey,
this is a
happy
big deal for
birthday to
me.
you.
I've waited
Happy
30.
birthday.
I've waited
Happy
almost
birthday
30
if we
years
need
for
to.
this.
Let's just see this.
Steve is the beginning of
Yeah, I
that.
remember. I remember. Well,
No.
may I say something? I've already said a lot, but I want to thank y'all because it has not been an easy road to hoe with the state, because it is something new. But please let us know. You let Michael know, he'll let me know. You call me directly. A lot of you have my cell phone. Just call and let me know if there's anything that you think is beginning to be a glitch. Don't wait till you've had to mess with it for months or whatever. You know, let them know that we're working this together. And I have garnered a reputation, Michael, and they say I'm a bulldog. Now, I don't know if that's a nice way of
Fierce
calling me
fighter.
something else.
Fierce
I don't know. but for my district, and I am, because good people are doing good things, and this is going to benefit Grundy County, but it is going to benefit the whole state. And
Southeastern United States of America.
it will absolutely be a mecca for the folks that want the beauty. And I took a circuitous route coming up. I only got lost once or twice, but it wasn't bad to be lost. I said I once was lost, but now I'm found. The American flag's flying all over Grundy County. Everybody, there just seems to be a whole new attitude, and there seems to be a can-do attitude, which is incredible and wonderful. And so now with the caverns and with Bigfoot and with the off-the-highway vehicles here, the park, you're getting to be a tourist destination too. And that's the best kind of money, because they come to you and through you and leave their green behind. I said it's the original green industry. Let them, then you don't have a lot of the issues in educating or whatever else that come with people that move here. But there's going to be people that want to move or want to retire. And that's good money too, because those people typically come with skill sets and they want to plug into the community. They want to become involved and be in part of the help of whatever's needed. So I'm just proud of Grundy County and what's going on up here. Just standing on this mountaintop. Think of where we're not standing. And I'd rather be here than downtown Memphis, downtown Nashville. I mean, this is God's country and this is a blessing. So thank y'all.
That's where all those people in the urban areas come for recreation.
Yes, yes. And they are, they're coming, and the tiny town that's going in Tracy City, everybody knows about that, I guess, by now. When I first heard about it a little over a year ago, I had a gentleman call and say, Janice, they're saying 2 acres of land sold for $500,000 in Tracy City. And now I know that's not true. You know that's not true, but can you find out why that rumor has started? So I called Michael, and we talked a few minutes, and I called the gentleman back and said, you and I were right. It did not sell for $500,000. It sold for $520,000. So anyway, that's a great revenue stream. That's going to help Grundy County in several ways.
One thing I think things like this does as well is it protects your community.
That's right.
Because you're setting the tone
That's
for the
right.
things that you want to see. And it protects.
And we are going to get the state parks in gear. We've been working on that for 5 years now, trying to get them week and do some shopping and buy some souvenirs and get off. And then provide jobs. Those jobs are good jobs for folks in Grundy County. So we're working on that.
They released the last statistics for the state of tourism, and so where tourism becomes valuable for a community is it creates jobs, it creates recreation for our community, and it also creates a revenue stream. And so the latest statistics that was released is that each household in Grundy County pays about $500 less in taxes because of the tourism coming within Grundy County. And so when you bring things like this, that number even becomes greater, and it becomes a less tax burden and gives more services and things to the community, jobs and recreations.
Back in 2007, I think it was, or 8, we were fighting the battle for Teleco OHV area, which is actually North Carolina. But UT did a study, and the numbers they came up with was the average off-roader spends $210 a day in the area that he's in. So,
and now it's much higher.
Yeah,
than
it's
that.
much higher than
Much
that.
higher than that. That is not a cheap recreation.
No.
And those people want to eat, they want to buy stuff, and you're gonna have places that can help repair.
Yep. And they're going to stay in a lot of them are going to stay in motels.
Stay in motels, and it's just going to be a revenue stream. And a lot of folks don't. The Tennessee's budget right now is right at $40 billion a year. And I ask people, what do you think is the number one thing we pay for? Any guesses? Free health care.
Entertainment.
Free health care.
Healthcare.
Free health care.
Oh, okay.
That's 10 care is over $14 billion a year. What's number 2?
School.
Education. That's right at $14 billion. It's a little less than 10 care. And then you drop down to your health and human service types things, which are still helping people, $5 billion. And then, but you get down to roads, it's $2 billion. You get agriculture, which is the number one industry, is like $100 million. And so we've got a budget that we need to be doing more investing to help people help themselves, to help people work, to help people have jobs. We don't want more government. We want more liberty and more ability with fewer regulations, lower taxes, and allowing you to get in there and take charge of what you need to do in Grundy County without so much interference.
Amen.
We're looking for the day that we're out from under Tennessee's guidance on this program, and it's all ours, and we can really go forward and be bringing money in and investing it back in the park. We think then we'll really be able to make a big economic impact on the county and the region. Right now, it's just like there's so many regulations, because like we said, this is a brand new project for the whole state, and them along with us are feeling out how to do it.
And
But once we've got it where we can go with our long-term plans, it's going to be good.
And those regulations ought to be more of a bylaws, a charter, where it's the big deals, but then the policies and procedures and the rules ought to be specific to the area.
Yeah, well, see, the problem is that the state has lumped RTP in with state parks, and they're applying all state park rules, and a lot of it doesn't make sense.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Before you leave here today, Miss Bowling, you gotta let me get a photograph with you before you leave.
I love this, Steve. Thank you.
I think we're about ready to shovel some
I
dirt.
want to say, we appreciate your interest and your time you're spending coming up here.
Oh, this is a blessing to be part of it, and I thank y'all for it. And I want to know when you do your ribbon cutting.
Oh yeah,
I definitely want to
we'll
do
make a
ribbon
big deal out of that. We'll even have food.
It's a big deal right now. We're going to be doing
Let's
a
move over.
groundbreaking
Jeff's personal
ceremony
his
here
house.
at the Coalmont OHV Park.
Getting no work
It's
done.
been a long road coming. Hey, Senator.
No pun intended.
Ba-doom-boom. Hey, Ricky, how are you, buddy? Steve, are you going to cry?
No.
You whatever. Oh, look, happy birthday. This is your project. All right, so we're going to do the groundbreaking. We've got the fancy shovels. big deal here in Coalmont at the end of B Mine Road. Long range coming.
Let's eat it.
Let's
go, man. Come on, Carl.
Oh, yeah, we gotta get more people.
Steve.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
All right, yes, sir.
Come on.
Come on.
Let's do it. Gene. Hey, Gene.
Come on, Gene.
Get up here.
Come on, buddy.
Now, oftentimes at a groundbreaking, we stick that shovel in
Where's the
and
on?
just
How
throw
do I
that
take a
dirt. I don't think we need to do that. We'll be throwing rocks.
All right, I'm doing double duty here. I'm taking some photos here. Big deal. These are all the people that help make this a reality. This is a groundbreaking ceremony. All righty. Let me get that picture. Steve, this is fancy. I don't know if I'm doing it right.
Press the button, it makes a little noise.
Did I do it?
Yep.
Oh, there we go. I'm going to do it again. All right, there's that. All right. All right, 1, 2, 3. Do you put the shovel in?
It's in.
Oh, is it?
It's married. We have some packing.
All right, any big words for this final moment?
Yay, Coalmont. And
Win
yay,
it.
the leadership of the folks here that have stayed on this.
Amen.
Thank you,
All
Steve.
righty.
Well.
Thank you so much. All right, you got this. All right. I think I've got most of the discussion points. Hey, Steve, come on over here real quick, if you don't mind. Now, I don't want to, get all sentimental and stuff, but we've kind of been hearing about this for a long time from you, like 30 years.
Almost 30 years.
And you've been just saying, we have got to preserve the land.
Yeah, this will be here forever. I'm a big believer in it. I don't care if they ever let me set foot on this park. Everybody else can. And that's what I'm after. For generations to come.
And that was a big deal. Everyone's like, oh, Steve, you're crazy.
Yeah, they told me I was crazy 30 years ago, but look what we got now.
And we'll always have the land. No, we won't. It's been being bought up, and
Now, when they close all the rest of the cove down, this place will be here forever.
that is so exciting. Any emotions right now? I mean, I don't.
Oh yeah, this is my birthday. Yeah.
It's been a long road. It's going to be successful.
Yeah, people. It was me and you, Gerald Parrish, Bob Richards. There were like 4 or 5 of us that done this like almost 20 years ago, 25 years ago, and here we are.
Here we are.
It worked.
Amen. All right. That is big. I don't mean to interrupt you, little cutie pies. Gene, I know you're a humble man, and you don't want to take any credit, but they park in the Coalmont fire hall all the time.
Right.
I mean, now they have a place.
Well, they will have.
And you go
will.
down, and then you've got the rescue areas. You got people that go in and help. I mean, it's been an OHV place here forever anyway.
It has. They've ridden here forever, but now they will literally be able to ride here forever.
That's a big deal.
That's a big deal.
All right,
That's huge.
Any words on this big groundbreaking ceremony?
Well, like I was telling her, it's been a terribly, terribly frustrating ordeal. I'm glad to see it finally happen.
Well, government does have lots of regulations, don't they?
Yes, they do. And it seems like the rules have changed several times through this transition.
And you've persevered through the whole thing.
Right.
All right. Well, thanks so much, and we look forward to seeing you around the trails.
All righty. Thank you.
From a state agency to another state agency that doesn't make good sense to me. And we asked TDEC if they had a waiver, and they wasn't aware of anything. So we had to write a check
Out of this
our-
hand of the government.
They give it to this one exactly.
And when you look at then the
Extra work from us.
Fellas, what do you think about this? This is kind of cool.
Oh yeah. We just in there talking about how how much this is just going to add to Grundy County and to Coalmont.
One
And
little place.
I plan on being out here myself.
Heck yeah. It's a stress reliever, isn't it?
It is.
And now
It
that
absolutely
money
is.
that you pay.
You were there that first night when we got started.
Can you believe that? I feel like it's been 100 years, hasn't it?
It feels like it.
Yeah, but and you got one grace since then, didn't you?
Written explanation. Because they were just telling people, well, we don't
I
want
appreciate all the help you've been on this all along.
Honey, we all believe it. We got to take care of home, don't we?
Yeah.
Well, this is going to be a big deal with Coalmont. You're a little town that, you did it.
but we've never seen it.
It seems like you said 100 years back to that snowy night, and
That snowy night.
we all met up there on the top of the old bank building.
Yep.
Over-engineered.
And a little town. I mean, you guys, what's your population, Dennis?
A little over 600, which we also feel like the last census slighted us maybe about 100 people. So we're hoping the new census, so everybody needs to get out and do their census. Fill it out will not only help our city but the whole county. But if it's done right, we expect to see a big jump in our census for our city, because we thought the numbers were actually reported low last time. So, and all that goes back into bringing state and federal funds down to our communities, for roads and schools and all that. So it's hugely important, and it's going to be really important for this because with kind of the way the economy is going now, recreation will probably be one of the first places that starts getting hit hard on budget cuts from the federal level down.
Yeah.
So if we can keep the
Self-funded.
census and everything going on, then we may not have to be reaching out for those grants, and as they get smaller and smaller in number, the competition to get them will be higher and higher. So this is just going to give back and give our own people places to ride and preserve the wilderness, and it's just a win-win for everybody.
I also thought about, because you're the director of the Grundy, the EMA, and we do have a lot of accidents of people not using OHV properly, right?
Yeah.
So there's probably a good safety component here at the park that will be beneficial to our young people and even our old people.
Hopefully we'll be able to have that neighborly thing going on, and people that are getting new into this recreation will have a place to come and hook up with people that's been doing it for years and learn how to do it safely and properly. And that will benefit our community too, because we won't be spending dollars on having to go out and do emergency things because it's done safer. So being progressive in that and kind of mitigating that problem before it ever starts. We're always going to need our services like the fire departments, the ambulance service and things, but hopefully this won't tax them as hard on these weekends like this, Labor Day. Probably a lot of people out here riding, and hopefully they'll be riding safe and we won't have any issues going on. But if it is, we know they're there to help. But again, hopefully by matching up with people that have been doing this for a lot of years, like the Southern Off-Road Group, who's done tons of volunteer work to get this project going and keep it going and plan to be long-term partners with this. Those guys will be the perfect place for somebody that's never rode before to come in and get in with a group and learn how to do it. And all these off-road people they're not the kind of people that see you out here on the trail broke down and drive by you. They'll stay all night working with you.
Yeah,
They'll go out and buy parts for you. They'll give you their own parts. So it's not the kind of group that I don't know, probably 20, 30 years ago got kind of a bad name on off-roading. Off-roading is a good group of people. And this whole project wouldn't be going if it wasn't for our off-road partners.
Amen. Well, there's a lot of veterans that go off-road.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big, and then we were talking earlier that, if you are getting older, I'm not saying any of us are, but, hiking into the areas of the South Cumberland sometimes is really hard.
Yeah.
So you're not able to go out and see the God's creation except for these OHV vehicles.
And we all know Steve Melton, and this has been Steve's dream for years and years. Steve's a veteran, and if you want to talk about the park and these trails, Steve's one of the top people just to even go talk to.
No, he's a rock star as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Dennis. I definitely appreciate it.
Thank you for coming out.
We'll see you on the trail. As everyone's been saying, Steve this has been his dream forever, and it's finally here.
You have to hold it down.
It's finally here.
Not take.
It didn't flash.
It's clicking.
Okay.
See if you did it, so we can stand here as long as we need, Steve.
On my wife's camera.
You got to hold it down hard. How about holding it down hard? And then it'll like maybe flash or something. That's a fancy camera.
My wife is calling.
And you'll see it flash on there.
If it don't go, everybody else got photos.
Once again, this is the groundbreaking for the Coalmont OHV Park. Big deal. It is the first of its kind in the state. It was first, the money was first appropriated by Commissioner Fikes in 2010. Coalmont decided to jump on the opportunity. They were supposed to go to 3 different Middle, East, and West Tennessee, but Coalmont jumped on it quickly and presented the grant opportunity. They got it and they kept on going after it. So it's been a long road, but here we are, groundbreaking. OLG, we got to think about OLG. Oh, let's get Roger. Roger's been in this from the beginning. Roger, Southern 4-Wheel Drive has been passionate about this forever and ever and ever. So tell us, just what are your words? I bet you almost want to cry.
Yeah, it's glad to it's been a struggle getting through the bureaucracy, but we're getting there. We just keep chipping away at it, and we're going to get this park built. Hopefully open it early next year.
All right, now there's a park board. Explain how that operates. How does this whole thing operate?
Oh, the park board was appointed by the city council. It's technically a citizens advisory committee, but we've been doing a lot more than that.
Sure.
It's a group of 8 people that are either area businessmen or OHVers to give the city input, because they've never built a park before, but some of us have been to hundreds of them. So we're here to give them input and help keep the project moving.
Gotcha. And lots of obstacles, I've heard.
Oh yes, a lot of them. I don't want to go on camera.
We're going to all think positive. Now, Southern 4-Wheel Drive said that they're going to do part of the deal with all of us working together was going to do in-kind labor on this.
Oh yes,
Am I correct on
the
that?
recreational trail program is a cost share, but the federal government and the program allows you to do a large part of the cost share with in-kind labor. We've been out here for 3 months getting clearing the trees, getting the trailhead ready, putting in the utilities with Southern volunteers. The grant rents the equipment, and we have volunteers that are professional operators that come in and run the equipment and do the work. I've been keeping track. At this point, we're almost up to the commitment Southern made financially, but that's not going to stop them. They're just going to keep coming.
Well, Southern's an excellent organization. They've been around for how long?
34, 35 years.
And what was their mission statement?
Their original mission statement was to support the Tellico OHV area. And then over the years, they've expanded it out, but it's...
oh, yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
Yep. Education, conservation. They do, they do several big events a year that raise money, and they use that money to work in various areas. We've got cost share projects on RTP going on in 3 different states.
Well, you were active in the Tennessee Off-Highway Vehicle Act when that was, 2004, I think? Was
Yeah,
when it
that's
first...
about when I got involved with the political part.
It is.
Yeah.
But currently, the OHV is housed in TDEC, Tennessee Department of Environment Conservation, right?
That is correct.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Any shout outs you want to do? Anybody that's really helped to bend the wind beneath your wings?
Yeah, Griff Shirley and Gunnar Bird have put in the time up here and really done a good job. We've still got a lot of work left to do, but we've got a good start.
Gotcha. And how did you choose OLG to be your partner in this?
We went out for bids, and with OLG being local, their bid was competitive, and we've been trying to keep our business as local as possible.
Perfect. And who have you been working with OLG?
Jeff Burnett is sneaking up on us.
Over here, Jeff. I'll have to
And,
get a little few words from you there, buddy. Oh,
yeah.
look at him.
Yeah.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Dean Oliver and Carl here,
Hey,
the
buddy.
project
Hey,
manager.
how are you?
Oh, are you going to be the project manager?
That's what they tell me.
God bless you. Any challenges with this piece of land?
Well, more with the workers like Roger trying to control him.
Roger would never be a control freak about anything.
No, it's we're looking forward to it. You know.
Okay. What do you think the ETA on it being done?
I would be afraid to say. People
Probably
want to
smart.
hold you to it.
Yeah, well, they
They'll
might
hold you
do
to
that.
it, yeah. And with the weather and construction, you can't never get a definite date. But we're hoping as soon as possible.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, we're all looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And I heard that bathhouse is going to be extra fancy.
Well, we were just discussing that. The extra thoughts that we've seen around the country is trying to import some of those ideas into this bathhouse to make it one of a kind, since this is the first project in Tennessee.
This is the first project
This is
in
the
Tennessee.
first project
Isn't
in
that the
Tennessee.
coolest?
I think it's great.
I'm getting chills just thinking about
Yeah,
it.
so-
Right here in little old
so-
Coalmont.
Yeah, so it's going to be nice. It really is.
Well,
we want
thank you.
people to be proud of it.
Well, we look forward to hearing more from you. And speaking of the man, Jeff,
That's the man.
what's up, buddy?
Not much.
How'd you get involved in this project?
I heard about it several years ago, and I'd like to have part of it. So I mean, we kept pursuing it, I guess the word. But,
Sure, perseverance.
thought we could take and help a local project, and that's the owners of OLG. That's one of their pet peeves. They like to help give back to the county.
Right.
So we're all local, and that's what we want to do.
Are they? They're in Pelham, aren't they?
They live in Alto, which
Oh,
they do,
Alto.
but they live. I mean, they're classified as Pelham because they do a lot of the, I guess, buying stuff. You know, they're at the interstate in Pelham and stuff. So.
Sure. Any challenges on the horizon, or what are you most excited about to get to the point?
I just want to see the finished product. That's the main thing. I think we went through a lot of challenges with the state being the first. They don't know exactly how to handle this really, and so we've all had to help out with with their thoughts and their train of thoughts. And
So we'll be writing the manual.
well, they probably will be using us for later future projects, because I feel like this will be in Tennessee. They've got a lot of opportunities for that. We've had some, I guess you'd call it, individuals that's got property that want to do the same thing. They're sort of waiting to see how this comes out, and they've called and asked us to be consultants on some of their projects. So.
Well, I think the uniqueness of this, it's a city that is involved. Sort of always with off-road parks, it's a challenges of government, right? And so this was a partnership, the city and the off-roaders themselves. You know, that creates a good synergy. Because government can, make a trail all day long, but it may not be what people want to ride.
Yeah. Well, for a little more information going along with that, I mean, this is the city of Coalmont is they're looking for this as an opportunity to grow their city. Also understand that, but they are really looking forward to helping the county. Also, I mean, yes, there will be some charges to be able to use our park or their park, but it's going to be, like I say, maybe premature saying this, but they're going to work with the local people. If you've got a Grundy County license, driver's license, they're going to be a special rate for you, and they're going to help you, because we know that group of people will help the tourism get more people. They work in Chattanooga. Say, hey, we got a park, come up here. So we're going to use them as help to get the word out, and we're not going to penalize them for that. And it's not going to be that expensive. Anything. It's going to be comparable to any of the other off-road parks in the state of Tennessee. I mean, it's going to be a good thing. So.
Well, just like anything, I mean, we've got to, you got to pay in. Nothing's life is free, is it?
Right, that's right. And that's one thing that I know that the city is eventually going to, and I think Roger, I don't know if he's said anything about this or not, but I think we're going to eventually very soon have to have like a community meeting for everybody that's got questions or answers that we can at that time sit down and discuss it. and that should be coming up pretty soon. Since we had the groundbreaking today, that's something that we need to talk about is the structure of it, and logistics, and what all.
Well, sure. And if I were a business owner, someone who owned land in this area, I'd be looking for opportunities to have those visitors come visit me.
That's right. And it's like I say, it's going to be a good opportunity for a lot of people in this county. I mean, we see the amount of people that come to our county every weekend, and holidays. This will be a big weekend, very big weekend. Come Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, there'll be a lot of people be traveling through here. So,
well, sure. Our communities operate on sales tax.
right.
I mean, that's bottom line. I mean, they operate on
It's
sales
economic
tax.
development. It's going to be a good thing for that, for this county anyway. We need it. We need opportunities to be able to do that. So.
And it's a COVID-free zone.
That's right. That's correct.
We're outside.
That's
man.
right.
How better does it get than that?
That's correct.
Well, I know with Steve, the big thing was preserving it for generations here locally. I mean, that's the bottom line of it, is to make sure that, his grandkids and everybody's grandkids and great-grandkids are able to ride in the great outdoors. And I think that's the real important thing.
It is. And as landowners and people buy up property in this county and any other county, it restricts. We've been very blessed for years to be able to ride across other people's property, and they've opened arms, let us do that. And we've always tried to take care of it, but as families move and grow and move out and die off, the investors come in and buying it and building subdivision, housing areas, and that's important for this county also. But this is another thing that we need to look at. Need a place for people to ride.
You
got to have some kind of got to have an outlet for entertainment.
Because that's what we do.
That's right.
That's what we do, and all shapes and sizes can do it.
That's right.
I was a hiker in a previous life, and I'm not as able to hike in the areas that I used to, if you know what I mean.
That's right.
So now it's time to get one of those fancy razors or whatever they're using these days. Those are like Cadillacs, aren't they?
Oh yeah, they're nice. They've been developing a little better every year.
God, you get some sound system in there, boy.
It's like I say, it's a different. Everybody don't like it, but most of the people that's never done it, and I've carried them a few times, they usually go out and buy something, and they're joining us now. So I mean, it's a family thing, and that's what I think you're talking about, Steve. And that's what everybody's important is bringing kids out and family and enjoying a good time.
Enjoying each other.
Enjoying each other. Family that plays together stays together.
Amen, brother. Amen. All right. Well, thank you so much for your help in all this.
Thank you for coming out.
We're looking forward to when the big opening is. So thank you, fellas.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. Oh, look at these big rigs. Look how fun those are. There's Steve's right there. All the fellas are talking.
There'll be some RV spots here. The RTP won't pay for the RV spot, but Southern Four-Wheel Drive is going to do that.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
We designed all that out for them so we can have that to go by and install it.
Yeah. Whatever happened to Perlackies and at Mountain?
Oh, Blackies. Yeah.
They still ride up there, but I think they have issues. Joy Blevins is real tied up in that. They still have some. What's the name of that?
Black Water or Black something?
Black Creek or something. They have.
We're discussing OHV stuff. Once again, we're at the end of B Mine Road in Coalmont. This is where the pavilion's going to be, right here. And then you've got the bathhouse that they've all been talking about. That's going to be there. There's going to be RV places. There's going to be trailer places. To get out here, I brought my sassy Buick. And I was okay, but I wouldn't be okay if it was raining out. So this is definitely a truck or a four-wheel drive place, obviously. And it's going to be protected forever. It's going to have some great trails, courtesy of the group here at Southern Four-Wheel Drive. And it's God's country. Look at that view out there that goes out to the Gulf, which has been a traditional area. Which has been... Y'all out of here? Thank you. You boys stay out of trouble. God's country out here. Everybody goes into the Gulf, and that's where everyone traditionally rides here. And now we get to share it with everyone else. So I'm going to get out of here. Thank you so much for watching, and congratulations to Coalmont and the groundbreaking ceremony for the OHV